Some actors perform roles, others inhabit them. And then, there are the rare few who don't just act, they leave fingerprints on cinema itself. Alfredo James Pacino. A name that doesn't simply belong to film history, it defines part of it. This is not just a tribute, this is a remembrance. A deeper look into the life, the discipline, and the profound legacy of a man who changed how acting feels. His career, spanning over 6 decades, is a testament to relentless artistic pursuit and an unwavering commitment to truth. He pushed boundaries, explored the darkest corners of the human psyche, and illuminated moments of unexpected grace. We frame his journey as that of a defining figure, whose impact resonates far beyond the silver screen, influencing generations of performers and film lovers. This video will explore the evolution of his craft, dissecting the moments that solidified his place as a titan of the dramatic arts. Welcome to Trending Moment Now, where we chronicle the lives of those who shaped our world. Today, we journey chronologically through the extraordinary life and career of Al Pacino, understanding the threads that weave through his narrative and enduring presence. Before the standing ovations, before the iconic lines, before the world knew his voice, there was a quiet boy in the Bronx. Born in 1940, Alfredo James Pacino's early life was marked by humble beginnings and significant personal challenges. Raised by his mother Rose and his Italian immigrant grandparents, he navigated a complex childhood in East Harlem and the South Bronx. He was surrounded by the vibrant, often turbulent tapestry of New York City life. This environment became his first classroom, teaching him invaluable lessons about human nature and survival. He wasn't typically the center of attention. Rather, he was an astute observer. He watched people argue passionately, their vulnerabilities often masked by bravado. He noticed the subtle tells of fear hidden beneath expressions of pride. He understood that silence could often speak volumes, conveying more potent messages than any shouted word. These early, almost subconscious observational skills became the bedrock of his transformative acting style. Without knowing it, he was already laying the groundwork for a career that would demand an unparalleled understanding of humanity. He developed a deep-seated empathy, an innate ability to connect with the raw, unfiltered emotional experiences of others. This profound grasp of the human condition would become the foundation for every complex character he brought to life. He didn't just mimic emotions. He understood their origins, their motivations, and their ultimate consequences. Pacino's path was not smooth. He dropped out of high school, worked various odd jobs, and struggled financially. He faced constant rejection in his early attempts to break into acting, often finding himself with nowhere to sleep. Yet, the theater became his sanctuary, his purpose. He found his calling in the gritty, demanding world of New York theater, first at Herbert Berghoff's studio, and later at the legendary Actors Studio. There, under the influence of method acting, he encountered a philosophy that resonated deeply with his observational nature. This approach, emphasizing psychological realism and emotional recall, provided him with a rigorous framework. He learned that acting is not about superficial pretense, but about delving into one's own experiences to find common ground with a character. His core acting philosophy crystallized: truth under pressure. This meant confronting the character's circumstances head-on, allowing genuine emotions to surface organically from within the created reality. It was about allowing emotions to emerge and reveal themselves, rather than simply portraying them from the outside. It demanded an authentic, vulnerable connection to the role, bypassing theatrical artifice for something far more profound. This dedication to truth became the hallmark of his performances. One of the defining characteristics that makes Pacino's performances so impactful is his profound understanding and utilization of subtext. He doesn't just deliver lines. He imbues them with layers of unspoken meaning, hinting at deeper desires, fears, and intentions. His expressions, his gaze, the slight tremor in his voice often communicate more than the dialogue itself. This reliance on the unspoken forces the audience to lean in, to actively participate in deciphering the character's true state. Crucially, Pacino mastered the importance of silence as an active element. His pauses are never empty. They are pregnant with thought, anticipation, or suppressed emotion. These silences create tension, build suspense, and allow the weight of a moment to truly settle. They become powerful dramatic tools, inviting reflection rather than merely filling space. He trusts the audience to interpret these unspoken moments, fostering a deeper, more intimate connection. He is also a master of listening intently. In his scenes, he doesn't just wait for his turn to speak. He truly absorbs what other characters are saying, reacting in real time, allowing their words to genuinely affect him. This active listening makes his reactions authentic, and his dialogue exchanges feel entirely spontaneous. This intricate interplay of subtext, active silence, and authentic listening explains the profound authenticity and enduring impact of his performances. He creates fully realized human beings, not just characters delivering lines. He doesn't just play a role, he creates a lived experience. When we first meet Michael Corleone, he is the war hero, the outsider, determined to distance himself from his family's criminal empire. Pacino captures this initial restraint, this quiet dignity, with subtle brilliance. His performance in The Godfather is a masterclass in slow, agonizing transformation. He plays Michael as a man cutting away parts of himself piece by agonizing piece, sacrificing his innocence, his morality, and ultimately his soul for duty and power. His smile gradually fades, replaced by a hardened, chilling resolve. His voice, once gentle, acquires an unshakable authority that belies his youth. By the time the door closes on Kay, confirming Michael's ultimate descent into darkness and deceit, there is no grand speech, no dramatic explanation. There is just the chilling finality in his expression, a quiet, terrifying confirmation of who he has become. It's a moment that speaks volumes without a single word. Film historians still study this performance because it proves a haunting truth. The most frightening transformations, the most profound losses of self, often happen silently, incrementally, before our very eyes. It is a portrait of a man consumed by the very power he initially sought to escape. In Serpico, Pacino doesn't play a traditional hero bathed in glory. He embodies Frank Serpico, a man slowly worn down, made an outcast by his unyielding commitment to doing the right thing. His integrity doesn't make him popular, it isolates him. Pacino lets Serpico's exhaustion show, not as a weakness, but as a visceral consequence of standing alone against systemic corruption. The weight of his honesty, the constant vigilance required, is etched onto his face and carried in his weary posture. This performance educated audiences on the insidious nature of corruption by humanizing its victim. It portrayed the brutal cost of honesty in a world that often rewards complicity. Serpico's fight is not glamorous. It's a desperate, draining battle for self-preservation and moral rectitude. Pacino's raw portrayal highlighted the emotional and psychological toll of unwavering principles. He showed us that sometimes the greatest courage lies in simply refusing to compromise, even when it means sacrificing everything else. It is a testament to the profound burden of moral righteousness. Sonny Wurtzik, the bank robber in Dog Day Afternoon, is not a mastermind. He is a bundle of raw nerves, emotional volatility, and profound desperation. Pacino allows him to be all of it, chaotic, sympathetic, and utterly human. He laughs, he cries, he collapses under the pressure of the moment, often within the span of minutes. This wasn't just acting, it was empathy on screen, a direct conduit to the chaotic heart of a man pushed to his limits. Pacino imbues Sonny with a tragicomic vulnerability, making us understand, if not condone, his desperate actions. The performance captures the absurdity and the pathos of a situation spinning wildly out of control, fueled by love, panic, and sheer incompetence. That's why the performance still feels urgent today, resonating with a timeless quality of human frailty and hope. He strips away any pretense of Hollywood heroism, revealing the agonizing reality of a man trapped by his circumstances and his own deeply flawed choices. Yes, as his career progressed, the voice got bigger. The energy got louder. For some, this evolution sparked debate, labeled as overacting or excess. But let's be clear, that wasn't merely excess, it was scale. It was a conscious artistic choice, a commitment to the character's required pitch and intensity. Characters like Tony Montana from Scarface couldn't whisper their ambitions. They demanded a theatrical, almost operatic scale to convey their larger-than-life personas. Frank Slade in Scent of a Woman couldn't plead. he had to roar his truths. These characters existed on a different plane, demanding a more expansive, fearless portrayal to truly capture their essence. Pacino understood the necessary tone for each role, and he committed fully, without reservation. That's not overacting. That's fearlessness, a willingness to push boundaries to serve the character's narrative. It was an embrace of theatricality when the role demanded it, a testament to his versatility and daring. He chose to embody these characters with their inherent magnitude, making them unforgettable precisely because of their bold, undeniable presence. In Scent of a Woman, Frank Slade sees the world with stark clarity, even without physical sight. His character is a paradox, blind yet acutely perceptive, bitter yet capable of profound wisdom. His iconic courtroom speech doesn't work merely because of its volume or passionate delivery. It works because it is meticulously earned throughout the film. Pacino builds the character patiently, revealing Slade's trauma, his loneliness, his hidden dignity, and his unwavering moral code. The speech is the culmination of this carefully constructed character arc. It is the moment when his deeply held beliefs and hard-won dignity demand to be heard, not as a performance, but as a visceral outpouring of conviction. And when it is delivered with such earned authority and passion, we don't just hear it, we listen. We are compelled to heed his words because we have witnessed the journey that leads to them. It is a powerful illustration of how context and character development elevate a dramatic moment from mere shouting to profound revelation. Despite achieving global fame and becoming one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, Pacino always returned to the theater. This unwavering dedication to the stage was not merely a nostalgic indulgence. It was a vital component of his artistic discipline. Theater, he often stated, doesn't forgive dishonesty. There are no retakes, no clever edits, no safety nets to catch a false note. It demands immediate, unflinching truth from the performer. This rigorous environment kept his skills incredibly sharp, constantly honing his ability to connect directly with an audience. It forced him to stay present, to listen, and to truly inhabit a character for an extended, uninterrupted duration. The live stage provided a crucible where he could test, refine, and deepen his craft. It reminded him that raw, authentic performance is paramount. This continuous return to the roots of his artistry ensured his performances remained vibrant and resonant throughout his career, grounding his cinematic work in the immediate honesty of live performance. Al Pacino expanded the emotional vocabulary of film in ways few actors ever achieve. He showed us that masculinity, often depicted as stoic and unyielding, could also be profoundly vulnerable, deeply flawed, and intensely lonely. He portrayed power not just as an attribute, but as a corrosive force, revealing its isolating nature and the moral compromises it demands. He taught us that silence, far from being an absence, could dominate a scene, conveying immense tension, sorrow, or simmering rage. He didn't chase fleeting trends or transient relevance. Instead, he pursued artistic truth with an intensity that transcended time, making his work timeless. His enduring legacy is not just a collection of memorable roles, but a testament to the transformative power of acting as an exploration of the human condition. He redefined what it meant to embody a character, pushing audiences to confront uncomfortable truths and empathize with the complex, often contradictory, facets of human nature. Alfredo James Pacino reminds us that great art doesn't come from comfort or complacency. It springs from an insatiable curiosity about the world and its inhabitants. It emerges from the struggle to understand and articulate complex emotions. It requires the immense courage to expose one's deepest self to inhabit another. His work isn't just watched, it is studied by aspiring actors and film scholars alike. It is felt deeply by audiences who connect with the raw, visceral humanity he brings to every role. It is remembered as a benchmark for authentic, compelling storytelling. His career stands as a monument to dedication, evolution, and the profound impact a single artist can have on an entire medium. If this tribute to Al Pacino resonated with you, take a second and show it some love. A small tap on the like button is like a quiet signal, telling YouTube this story deserves to travel further. And let's face it, when the algorithm's smiling, everyone benefits. Share this with someone who loves cinema, who appreciates the profound artistry of actors, or who simply needs a reminder of Al Pacino's monumental contributions. Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear which Pacino performance never left you, which line still echoes in your mind, or which character you found most compelling. And if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to Trending Moment now, where legends aren't rushed, they're understood. Join our community as we continue to explore the icons and pivotal moments that shape our cultural landscape.